Betrayal, it cuts deeper than a knife. It's not just the act itself but the breaking of trust, the shattering of safety, and the collapse of a bond you thought was unbreakable. In the quiet aftermath of betrayal, your mind spins with questions. Why did they hurt me? What did I do to deserve this? How can I ever trust again? But in the midst of this pain, there is a hidden power waiting to be discovered, the power of forgiveness. This isn't the forgiveness that excuses the hurt or justifies the wrong. It's the forgiveness that frees your soul from the chains of resentment and anger. It's the forgiveness that reclaims your peace, even when your heart is bruised. Today, let's walk together through the valley of betrayal and rise into the healing light of forgiveness. Not because they deserve it, but because your heart does. Betrayal has many faces. It can come from a partner who was supposed to love you, a friend who you thought would protect you, a family member who was meant to support you, or a colleague who stepped over your trust. The first step in healing is acknowledging what happened. Betrayal hurts because it violates trust. It leaves you questioning your worth, your judgment, and your sense of security. But here's a gentle reminder: someone else's betrayal does not define your worth. When you sit with your pain instead of running from it, you give yourself the space to process. Cry if you need to. Scream if you must. Journal your feelings. Speak your truth. But don't bottle it up, because buried emotions grow heavier with time. Reflection questions. What exactly do I feel betrayed about? How has this betrayal changed how I see myself? What would I say to the person who hurt me if I could speak freely? Forgiveness starts with honesty. Before you release anyone from your anger, you must be honest about your pain. Most people tell you to just let it go. But how do you let go of something you haven't fully faced? You can't skip the pain. You can't fast forward through heartbreak. You must feel it to free it. And so, I invite you now. Stop running from your emotions. Turn around and face them. Feel your sadness, it means your love was real. Feel your anger, it means you valued honesty. Feel your confusion, it means you trusted fully. Your feelings are not weakness. They are proof that you loved with courage. Give yourself permission. Cry if you need to. Write the unsent letter. Scream into your pillow. Sit in the silence. Take a walk and let the wind carry your sorrow. Your healing is your own. And it does not have to look pretty. Forgiveness begins with this, self-compassion. Forgiveness is not about saying what they did was okay. It's about saying, I will no longer carry this poison in my heart. And before you forgive them, you must first forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for trusting. Forgive yourself for loving. Forgive yourself for not seeing it coming. You were human. You were real. And that is never a mistake. The moment you'll feel lighter. One day, not far from now, you'll wake up and realize you are tired. Not of life, but of carrying their betrayal in your heart. And that day, you'll begin to let go. Not because they deserve your forgiveness, but because you deserve your peace. Forgiveness is your freedom. After betrayal, trust feels like a shattered mirror. Every piece sharp, painful to touch. You wonder, will I ever trust anyone again? Will I ever trust myself? You replay the signs you missed. You question your judgment. You doubt your ability to love wisely. But let me tell you this truth. Your ability to trust was never the problem. Their choice to break your trust, that's on them. What you're feeling right now is normal. The fear, the hesitation, the protectiveness over your heart. But this is not where your story ends. Rebuilding trust in yourself. The first person you need to trust again is you. You feel broken because you feel like you let yourself down. But did you? You followed your heart. You loved openly. You believed the best in someone. That's not a weakness, that's your strength. Shield affirmations to rebuild self-trust. Say these to yourself every day. I trust myself to heal. I trust myself to make wise choices. I trust my heart to guide me, even when it has been hurt. I am learning, not failing. Rebuilding self-trust is like learning to walk again after a fall. You'll wobble at first, but soon you'll stand taller than ever before. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to take your time. Forgiveness doesn't mean rushing back into vulnerability. Start with small steps of trust. Trust a friend with a small story. Trust yourself to make one good decision today. Trust a new day to bring unexpected joy. Not everyone will betray you. There are people who will honor your heart. But first, you must believe you are worth that kind of love. Speech balloon reflective questions. Who in my life has shown consistent kindness? How can I protect my peace without shutting everyone out? What does healthy trust look like to me? Betrayal was a chapter in your story, but it is not the whole book. You are the author of what comes next. Your new story sounds like freedom from bitterness, peace that no one can steal, strength that rises from heartbreak, love that is cautious but still open. Visualize your future. You laugh again, without fear. You love again, with wisdom. You trust again, not because people won't fail, but because you refuse to live in fear. Powerful visualization exercise. Close your eyes. Picture yourself smiling freely. Your heart open but guarded by wisdom. You're not afraid anymore. You've learned. You've grown. You've reclaimed your peace. I know what it feels like to be broken by someone's betrayal. But I also know the incredible beauty of rising from it. Your story is still unfolding. And this chapter, the one where you learn to trust again, will be one of the most powerful chapters of your life. Forgive for your freedom. Trust again for your peace. And love again because your heart was made for it. You are not your betrayal. You are your healing. Here's something no one tells you about forgiveness: it's not a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. You might forgive them in your heart today, and tomorrow the pain might creep back in. That's normal. Healing is not a straight line. Every morning you wake up, you have two choices. Carry the weight of bitterness, or lay it down and choose peace again. The wound may still hurt. The memories may still surface. But you are stronger than your pain. Start your day by speaking life into your soul. Today, I choose peace over bitterness. I release what I cannot change. I am bigger than my betrayal. My past will not define my future. I forgive, not for them, but for me. Say it until your heart believes it. Journaling your journey. Keep a forgiveness journal. Every day, ask yourself, what emotion am I feeling right now? Who do I still need to release from my anger? What truth about myself can I hold on to today? Write freely. Write honestly. Your journal is your safe space, no filters, no judgment. Some days you'll write, I feel free. Other days you'll write, I still hate them. Both are okay. Both are honest. Both are healing. Quiet reflection. Find a quiet moment each day. No phone. No distractions. Just your breath and your soul. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, whisper in your heart, I let go. I release. I forgive. Let peace wash over you like a gentle river. Even if it's for 5 minutes a day, peace will find you in the quiet. Acts of compassion. One of the most powerful ways to heal from betrayal is to give love away again. Not to the person who hurt you, but to the world. Smile at a stranger. Help a friend. Send a kind message. Volunteer your time. Be the person you wish they had been to you. When you choose compassion, you reclaim your power. Release through gratitude. Every night before bed, ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? No matter how small. The sunrise. A kind word. A moment of laughter. Gratitude loosens the grip of pain. It reminds you that even in suffering, life still holds beauty. Forgiveness is not weakness. It's power. It's the courage to stop drinking the poison of anger and start sipping the peace of freedom. You may not feel free today, but the small steps you take will build the bridge to your peace. And one day, you'll look back and realize the person you've forgiven most of all is yourself. When love feels dangerous. Narrator, calm, comforting tone. After betrayal, love feels risky. It feels like a game you lost too many times. Your heart whispers, what if I get hurt again? And so you build walls. You guard your heart. You protect yourself from feeling anything. But here's the truth no one tells you. Love didn't hurt you. Betrayal did. Love was the beautiful thing you gave. The betrayal was the wrong they committed. Don't punish love for someone else's mistake. Your heart didn't fail you. Their loyalty did. Loving yourself first. Before you open your heart to someone else, open it to yourself. Ask yourself, do I love who I am, even without a relationship? Can I enjoy my own company without needing validation? Am I whole on my own? Because when you love yourself, betrayal may hurt you, but it will never destroy you again. Speech balloon self-love practices to heal. Speak kindly to yourself daily. Date yourself, enjoy your own hobbies, passions, and dreams. Set boundaries without guilt. Celebrate your growth. Even if no one notices. Learning to trust good people again. Not everyone will betray you. Not every love will break you. There are people who will hold your heart with care. But you have to give them the chance to show up. How to open your heart slowly. Start with small moments of trust. Let them earn your honesty over time. Pay attention to actions, not just words. Don't rush, love grows best when it's patient. It's okay to be cautious. But don't close the door forever. Redefining love. This time, love will look different. It won't be based on blind trust but earned respect. It won't be built overnight but brick by brick. It won't complete you because you're already whole. You've learned. You've grown. You know what you deserve now. And that's powerful. Opening your heart again isn't about forgetting what hurt you. It's about choosing not to live in fear of it anymore. You will love again. You will trust again. And this time, you'll choose someone who shows you love in action, not just words. You are not your betrayal. You are your healing. And your story of love is just getting started. The past doesn't own you. Narrator, strong, comforting voice. The past, it calls your name sometimes, doesn't it? In the middle of the night, in your quiet moments, reminding you of what broke you. But hear me now, the past happened. But it doesn't own you anymore. Your story is bigger than what they did to you. Your life is greater than the chapters that hurt you. Stop staring at the door that closed. Turn around and see the windows of opportunity waiting for you to open them. How to stop living in the past. Stop replaying the betrayal like a movie. Stop stalking what's gone on social media. Stop hoping for an apology that may never come. The closure you're looking for is inside you, not in their words. Imagining a new future. What if tomorrow looked different? What if your story from this day forward was filled with peace in your mornings, purpose in your steps, joy in your laughter, love that feels safe and true? Visualize the future that feels right to your soul. Don't build your next chapter on fear. Build it on hope. Future self-visualization. Close your eyes and picture your healed self. Where are you? Who's by your side? How do you feel when you wake up each day? Now ask yourself, what small step can I take today to move toward that life? Creating new meaning. Your pain wasn't pointless. It taught you wisdom. It showed you your strength. It revealed who is truly meant to be in your life. Now turn that pain into purpose. Help someone else going through betrayal. Start a passion project that heals your heart. Speak your truth and inspire others. You are more than your heartbreak. You are a story of survival and rebirth. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past, but it sets you free from its grip. Your new life is calling you. It's filled with peace, love, freedom, and joy. But to walk into it, you must leave the weight of betrayal behind. Let it go. Not because the past didn't matter, but because your future matters more. Betrayal doesn't just break your trust in others, it cracks your relationship with yourself. You wonder, was I not enough? How did I not see it coming? Why did I let them in? But these questions aren't the truth. They are wounds speaking. The truth is, you are enough. You've always been enough. Their betrayal doesn't change your worth. The space they left behind isn't emptiness, it's an invitation to fill your life with your own love. Learning to love yourself louder. Self-love is not selfish. It's survival. After betrayal, self-love becomes your anchor. The steady hand holding you upright when the storm tries to pull you down. Glowing Star daily practices to build self-love. Look in the mirror and say something kind about yourself every single day. Stop apologizing for your feelings. Set boundaries with people who drain you. Do things that bring you joy, not because someone approves, but because your soul smiles. When you pour love into yourself, the cracks betrayal left behind begin to heal. You were whole all along. Here's the truth. You were never broken. You felt broken because you gave your heart to someone who didn't know how to hold it. But the core of who you are, your spirit, your kindness, your strength, was never lost. Rebuilding yourself isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you've always been beneath the pain. You are already whole. You are already enough. And you are worthy of love that honors you. Self-love is your superpower. It's what betrayal couldn't steal from you. When you fall in love with your own soul, betrayal loses its power. You stop waiting for someone else to complete you, because you realize you were complete all along. This is your journey of becoming whole again. Forgiveness is not access. Here's what they don't tell you about forgiveness. It frees your heart, but doesn't remove your right to protect your peace. Forgiveness is a gift to yourself. Boundaries are the guards at the door of your heart. You can forgive someone, and still never allow them back into your life. You can release the anger, but still protect your soul from harm. Boundaries are not punishments. They are acts of love for yourself. Signs you need new boundaries. How do you know your heart needs stronger boundaries? You feel drained after talking to someone. You say yes when you mean no. You shrink yourself to keep the peace. You forgive them, but they keep hurting you. Warning: truth check. If you forgive but don't protect yourself, you'll stay in a cycle of pain. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're necessary. How to set loving boundaries. Speak your truth calmly but clearly. I care about you, but I need space right now. I'm not available for this kind of conversation. I forgive you, but I won't tolerate this behavior again. If they love you, they'll respect your limits. If they don't, your boundary just revealed their true character. Don't feel guilty for choosing your peace over their comfort. You can be kind and firm, loving and distant, compassionate and protected. Forgiveness lets go of the pain. Boundaries keep the pain from returning. Protect your peace like it's your most sacred treasure, because it is. Freedom begins inside you. Freedom doesn't come when they apologize. It doesn't come when they regret what they did. It comes the moment you decide, I won't let this define me anymore. Your joy is not tied to their remorse. Your happiness is not waiting for their permission. Your life is yours now. You are free because you say so. Rewriting your story. It's time to close the chapter called Betrayal and start writing a new one called Freedom. Your new story sounds like waking up with purpose, laughing without fear, loving without conditions, trusting yourself again, creating a life that feels like peace. You get to decide how this story unfolds. No one else holds the pen anymore. Embracing joy again. Joy is not something you wait for. Joy is something you choose in the little moments. Smile at the sunrise. Dance in your living room. Create something beautiful. Spend time with people who light you up. Your joy is your rebellion against the pain. It's your declaration that your life belongs to you again. Betrayal happened. It hurt. It changed you. But it didn't end you. Your story continues, full of love, laughter, peace, and strength you never knew you had. You've walked through the fire, and now you rise from the ashes. This is your new beginning. If this series spoke to your heart, don't stop here. Like, share, and subscribe to Mindfuel Media 101, and keep walking your healing journey with us. Your past shaped you, but your future is yours to create. Go live free. Have you ever felt the earth shift beneath your feet, not from an earthquake but from betrayal? The kind that doesn't just break your heart, it breaks your trust in people, in love, and sometimes in yourself. It starts with a word or a silence. A promise broken, a secret kept, or a truth revealed too late. Suddenly, the person you believed in becomes a stranger. The safety you felt turns into fear. And your world, it falls apart. The unexpected knife in the back. Betrayal rarely comes from enemies. It comes from those we opened our hearts to. Friends, partners, family, people we trusted. You told them your fears. You shared your dreams. You believed they'd protect your vulnerability. But instead, they used it against you. And the hardest part, they knew what they were doing. They knew it would break you. And they did it anyway. When the pain feels like the end, the pain of betrayal is not just sadness. It's shock, disbelief, rage, shame. It's asking yourself 1,000 questions. How could they? Why me? Was I not enough? You replay every conversation, searching for clues you missed. You wonder if you were naive, foolish, too trusting. And worst of all, you start doubting your worth. The moment you break. There comes a moment in every betrayal where the pain feels too much to bear. Maybe it's lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering if you'll ever feel safe again. Maybe it's hearing their laughter with someone else when your world is crumbling. Maybe it's the silence when you needed their apology the most and it never came. That moment. That is your breaking point. But breaking isn't the end. Sometimes it's the beginning of something powerful. The power hidden in brokenness. When you break, something strange happens. You see clearly. You see who's real and who's not. You see what matters and what doesn't. You see that your survival is not dependent on their loyalty. And in that clarity, a new power is born. Forgiveness. What forgiveness is and isn't. Let's get one thing clear. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was okay. It's not inviting them back into your life. It's not forgetting the pain. Forgiveness is simply this: choosing to stop carrying the burden of their betrayal. It is setting yourself free. Your heart deserves peace. You don't forgive them for their sake. You forgive because your soul deserves peace. Your mind deserves rest. Your heart deserves freedom from replaying that betrayal over and over again. You may never get an apology. But you can give yourself something even better. Freedom from their power over your happiness. The battle inside your mind. After betrayal, your mind becomes a battlefield. One voice says, hold on to your anger. It will protect you. Another whispers, let go. You deserve peace. Which voice wins? The one you feed. If you feed your anger, it grows into bitterness. But if you feed your forgiveness, it grows into freedom. This battle is daily. And it's okay if some days, anger feels stronger. But keep showing up for your peace, again and again. Real-life story, Maria's betrayal. Maria was married for 12 years. She believed they were building a forever kind of love. Until one day, she found messages on his phone. Not just one mistake, but a double life. Her world collapsed. For months, Maria couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't stop replaying every memory. Until one day, she realized something. I can't control what he did, but I can control how much longer I let it control me. Forgiveness didn't erase the pain, but it gave her a way to stop being a prisoner of it. Today, she says, forgiveness didn't make him right, but it set me free. The first step, allow yourself to grieve. Before forgiveness comes grief. Let yourself feel the sadness, the disappointment, the loss of what you thought your life would be. Cry. Write. Pray. Talk to someone you trust. Don't rush to be okay. Healing takes time. And that's perfectly. The disappointment. The loss of what you thought your life would be. Cry. Write. Pray. Talk to someone you trust. Don't rush to be okay. Healing takes time. And that's perfectly human. Sparkles the turning point, choosing to heal. Then, one day, the pain softens. The tears slow down. The anger loses its grip. That's when you know. You're ready to heal. You're ready to stop living in the story of betrayal and start living in the story of your strength. Freedom begins with forgiveness. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. Forgiveness is a choice, not a feeling. You wake up and say, I won't let their actions define my peace anymore. You might have to say it 100 times before it feels true. That's okay. Freedom is a process. Why forgiveness is power, not weakness. The world tells us that forgiveness is weak. That it means letting people walk all over you. But true forgiveness is fierce. It takes courage to let go of your anger. It takes strength to stop wishing for revenge. Forgiveness is saying, I choose me. I choose peace over pain. And that is power. The fear of forgiving. Let's be honest. Forgiveness feels scary. Because what if you forgive, and they hurt you again? What if they think their betrayal didn't matter? What if you look weak? But let's flip that thought. What if forgiveness doesn't make you vulnerable? What if it makes you stronger? Stronger because your peace no longer depends on their actions. Stronger because you're in control of your story, not them. The quiet power of letting go. Forgiveness rarely feels like fireworks. It feels like quiet mornings when your heart stops racing. It feels like laughter returning to your chest. It feels like sleeping peacefully for the first time in weeks. Forgiveness is not loud. It's gentle. Soft. But oh so powerful. Real-life story, Jason's family betrayal. Jason's brother stole from him. Years of trust, gone overnight. For months, Jason refused to talk to him. He let the anger. Rebuilding trust starts with you. The hardest truth after betrayal is this. It's not them you need to trust first. It's yourself. Betrayal makes you doubt your judgment. Why didn't I see it coming? How could I have been so blind? Was I too naive? But those thoughts are not the truth. You trusted because you loved. You believed because you hoped. And that is not weakness, it is courage. Seedling real-life story, Emily's self-trust journey. Emily loved deeply. She trusted a friend with her secrets, her fears, her struggles. And one day, that friend used her pain as gossip. Emily felt humiliated. Foolish. Broken. For months, she blamed herself for trusting the wrong person. Until she realized. Trusting someone was not my mistake. Their betrayal was their choice, not my failure. She began rebuilding her trust in herself. Listening to her gut again. Setting boundaries where needed. Giving herself grace. Today, she trusts her instincts more than ever. And she chooses her friends with love, not fear. Railroad track steps to rebuild trust in yourself. Listen to your intuition. That quiet voice inside you. It's wiser than you think. Set small boundaries first. Start by saying no where you used to say yes out of guilt. Celebrate when you make healthy choices. Every time you protect your peace, acknowledge your growth. Give yourself compassion. Betrayal happened to you, but it doesn't define you. Rebuilding trust with others, slowly and intentionally. After betrayal, opening your heart to others feels terrifying. You might ask, what if I get hurt again? What if this new person is just like the one who betrayed me? Those fears are valid. But here's the truth. Not everyone is your betrayer. Some people will cherish your heart. Some will honor your trust. Some will protect your vulnerability with care. The only way to know is to give them a chance. Not recklessly, but slowly, carefully, and with wisdom. Steps to rebuild trust with others. Start small. Don't share your deepest wounds on day one. Test the waters first. Can they be kind with your small truths? Watch actions, not just words. Promises are easy. Follow through is rare. Trust the consistent actions, not the pretty speeches. Set clear boundaries. Tell them what's okay and what's not. If they respect it, that's a sign of safety. Give yourself permission to walk away. If something feels off, trust your gut. You owe no one blind loyalty. Sun with Small Cloud real-life story, Daniel's second chance at friendship. Daniel was betrayed by a close friend who spread lies about him at work. For years, he built walls so high no one could reach him. But one day, a new colleague, Alex, showed kindness without expecting anything in return. Small things, checking in, listening, being reliable. Daniel slowly opened up. And for the first time in years, he realized. Not everyone is out to hurt me. Today, Daniel and Alex are best friends. And Daniel says, trust again, but trust wisely. Why vulnerability is strength, not weakness. Somewhere along the way, we started believing that vulnerability is weakness. That showing our scars makes us easy targets. But the truth is, vulnerability is brave. It's saying, here's my heart. I know the risks. But I choose to love anyway. The strongest people are the ones who love, knowing they could be hurt. And trust, knowing it might be broken. But they do it anyway because love is worth the risk. Trusting yourself to make better choices. Betrayal doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're learning. Learning to trust your intuition. Learning to recognize red flags. Learning to protect your peace without closing your heart. This time, you'll choose better. Because now you know better. And even if you make mistakes again, you'll get back up faster. Because you've already survived worse. Giving people room to earn your trust. Trust doesn't mean blind faith. It means giving someone the opportunity to prove themselves over time. Give people room to earn your trust. Not by what they promise, but by how they show up when it matters. Do they respect your boundaries? Do they keep your secrets safe? Do they apologize when they hurt you? Do they stay consistent even when no one is watching? That's how you'll know who is safe. Sun with small cloud real life story, Aisha's journey to love again. Aisha was cheated on by her fiancé just months before their wedding. Her heart shattered. For years, she avoided relationships, fearing the pain of betrayal again. Until one day, she met someone who didn't rush her. Who respected her fears. Who listened without judgment. Bit by bit, Aisha allowed herself to love again. And today she says, I didn't heal because someone else was perfect. I healed because I stopped letting my fear control my future. Freedom is found in trusting again. Here's what betrayal doesn't tell you. Trusting again is where your freedom lives. Not because you'll never be hurt again, but because you refuse to let fear make your decisions. You trust again because love is still worth it. Because friendship is still beautiful. Because connection is still what makes life rich and meaningful. Part 2 Closing Message. Your heart is still worthy of love. Your story is still worthy of trust. Your future is still worthy of hope. You are not your betrayal. You are your courage to love again. Forgiveness isn't a one-time thing, it's a daily choice. Most people think forgiveness is a single moment. A magical decision where you suddenly stop hurting. But that's not how it works. Forgiveness is like brushing your teeth. If you skip a day, things build up. If you practice it daily, it becomes a habit of peace. You might forgive someone on Monday. Then feel angry all over again on Wednesday. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. And healing is layered. The morning release. Start your day by releasing what's heavy from yesterday. Close your eyes and say, I release the weight of their betrayal today. I choose peace, even if I don't feel it yet. This simple practice resets your mind. It reminds your heart. Today, I get to choose my peace. Writing hand journaling the pain away. Your thoughts can poison you or free you. Writing them down helps them stop spinning in your mind. Each morning or night, journal these prompts. Today, what anger am I still holding on to? What part of me needs love today? How would my day feel if I chose peace instead of pain? You'll be amazed how much lighter your heart feels when your pain has a place to land. Herb real life story, Mark's morning ritual. Mark was betrayed by his business partner, a friend he built a company with for 10 years. Every morning, Mark woke up angry. He couldn't stop replaying the betrayal. Until one day, he decided to start journaling for 10 minutes every morning. At first, it was all rage. But over time, the words shifted. From hate to hurt. From hurt to hope. From hope to peace. Today, Mark says, I still think about it sometimes. But now, I don't live in it anymore. If this massage touched you, don't forget to share. Like and subscribe at Mindfuel Media.